Hello and welcome to Castle Coliseum. I'm Tyler Katz for 3304 Sports, and today we have a good one. The host, the Virginia Tech Hokies, coming in with a record of 7 wins, 13 losses, with an 0-7 mark in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Their opponent, visiting Blacksburg, is the number 23 nationally ranked Louisville Cardinals. They've been on a hot streak so far with an 8-match winning streak, going 14-3 on the season, and a perfect 7 wins, 0 losses in ACC play. This is a one-sided history between the two schools as we prepare for the 28th meeting between the Cardinals and Hokies in volleyball action. The Cardinals lead the all-time series 24-3 in their favor. Last year, a sweep for the Cardinals in Louisville. The last Virginia Tech victory in this series was all the way back in 1992, again in Louisville, Kentucky, and a 5-set victory for the Virginia Tech Hokies. This will be Jill Wilson's third time facing off against the Cardinals. She is an all-time 6-1 against the Cardinals, with their Hokies' lone set victory coming in 2017. That was a 4-set victory for the Cardinals of Louisville. Both teams come in riding off a few injuries. For Louisville, very significant. Number 10, Melanie McHenry, the senior from Speedway, Indiana, is out for this game and potentially for the rest of the season with a torn ACL that she suffered against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. She came in to that game number 6 in the ACC in service aces with 204 kills for 3.64 kills per set. McHenry, a huge player for the Cardinals, being taken out of the lineup with injury. Meanwhile, for the Hokies, in their last game against Notre Dame, a 4-set loss, Tessa Weiner and Kai Young collided at the net in the game against the Irish. Both of them went out of the game. Tessa Weiner did not return from that collision. Kai Young came back later in the game and had a fire lit underneath her as she had dominated the Fighting Irish after she returned from that injury scare. Meanwhile, Tessa Weiner, she will still be out of today's game, which is unfortunate for the Hokies because Weiner has been out for much of the season. She came back from concussion protocol on October 11th against the Clemson Tigers, played 3 games against Clemson, Georgia Tech, and then being injured against Notre Dame, and she'll be out for this one against the Louisville Cardinals. Last time out against the Fighting Irish, the Hokies took the first set 25-19 before losing the next 3 straight to the Fighting Irish, 25-11, 25-22, and 27-25. Because of the big injury with Weiner and Kai Young, number 16, Jennifer Williams, the redshirt freshman out of Stanton, Virginia, played her first game of her collegiate career. She played in 1 set, totaling 2 total attacks, but did not get a kill or an assist or anywhere on the score sheet for Jennifer Williams. Today against the Cardinals, the Hokies benefit from bringing back Kai Young, even though she's sporting a bandage on her forehead from that collision with Tessa Weiner. So the Hokies will look to step up. They changed their offense last game against the Irish, and that seemed to work for them until the injury. That happened in the second set. Virginia Tech, last game against Notre Dame, now going with 3 middles. Something you don't usually see, but it seemed to work for the Hokies, and they played their best physical game against the Fighting Irish, who were heavily favored as they were receiving votes coming into that game just 2 days ago on October 18th. We're about 4 minutes and 45 seconds from the first service here between the Louisville Cardinals and the Virginia Tech Hokies. The head coaching staff for the Hokies, Jill Wilson, in her 3rd season. She carries a 31-50 overall record into today's match, going 9-36 in ACC play in her 3 years. She has an aggressive style with a lot of focus on attacking. However, it's been Logan Mosley who's stepping up on defense, getting a lot of digs for the Hokies and setting up their attackers to put Jill Wilson's team ahead. Jill Wilson is assisted by Thomas Amberg. He's a third-year assistant coach that focuses on middle blocking. He's also assisted by third-year assistant coach in John Wasilewski. He's really big into setting and has led Talon Jackson to her ACC lead in assists and her number 25 national ranking with 727 assists on the year. And then Lauren Riekert, a first-year volunteer coach, just helping out the team in that regard. For the Louisville Cardinals, they are also headed by a third-year head coach in Danny Busboom Kelly. She carries a 60-19 record overall into today's match against the Hokies. She is assisted by her third-year associate head coach in Dan Meske and second-year assistant coach in Todd Chamberlain. Chamberlain, a focus on outside and right side hitting. So Chamberlain, the focus on attacking for the Cardinals. The last time out for Louisville, they also played Notre Dame in South Bend. They dropped the first 2 sets 25-22 before coming back and winning the next 3 25-17, 25-22, and 15-10 to win a 5-set thriller over the Fighting Irish. It's really a storyline of the 2 streaks coming into today's game, with Virginia Tech in a 9-game losing streak. They have not won a game in exactly 1 month. On September 20th versus Chattanooga, that was the first game of the Hokie Invitational, which was hosted right here at Castle Coliseum in Blacksburg. Meanwhile, Louisville has an 8-match winning streak, dating all the way back for them since September 20th. Their last loss came in a sweep at Kentucky, versus Kentucky in the Lipscomb tournament, hosted by Lipscomb in Tennessee. Since then, they've been on a tear, defeating Cincinnati, NC State, UNC, Georgia Tech, Clemson, Duke, Wake Forest, and Notre Dame. And they have not lost a set in the month of October. It's been almost a month since they've lost a set. Their last set loss, they lost a set that wasn't Notre Dame. They previously lost a set September 29th against North Carolina. That was a 4-set victory for the Cardinals. So a bit of unfamiliar territory for the Cardinals their last time out, when they won in 5 sets against Notre Dame. We're about a minute from game time. We'll take a pause for the national anthem, and we'll be right back here on 3304 Sports. We welcome you back here to Castle Coliseum. I'm Tyler Katz for 3304 Sports. We'll take you through the starting lineups just announced for Louisville, now without their big killer in Melanie McHenry. They're going to rely on number 4, Alexa Hendricks, number 8, Alexis Hamilton, number 9, Claire Chaussee, number 11, Anna Stevenson, number 12, Tori Dilfer, number 15, Aiko Jones, and number 25, Amaya Tillman. For Virginia Tech, they are going to have number 1, Katie Smith, number 2, Annabelle Zier, number 3, Sierra Powell, number 4, Logan Mosley, number 19, Marissa Serco, number 20, Abby McKenzie, and number 23, Talon Jackson. So we have a hype video for the Hokies playing on the video board. And Inner Sandman begins to play, a song that has been made famous here in Blacksburg, Virginia. The Hokies are going to be in white uniforms, black shorts with orange numbers. They're going to be heading from left to right. with their libero in Logan Mosley in black with orange accents and orange numbers. Meanwhile, for the Louisville Cardinals, they are heading from right to left. They are wearing all black with white and red down the side with their libero in red. We're getting our starting lineups announced. Again, the Louisville Cardinals come in on an 8-game winning streak. They are number 23 in the nation, tied for the ACC lead with Pittsburgh. The Cardinals 14-3, 7-0 in the ACC. Meanwhile, the Virginia Tech Hokies on a 9-game losing streak. They are 7-13, 0-7 in ACC play. One thing the Hokies have not been able to do this season is sweep their opponents. This season they have failed to sweep their opponents in any of their games, going either 4 or 5 sets in each of their 7 wins. And their last win was 1 month ago on this day, on the 20th of October, their last victory on the 20th of September. That came against Chattanooga. That game went 5 sets. We're getting the handshake line at the net. The libero for the Louisville Cardinals is going to be number 8, Alexis Hamilton, the junior native to Louisville, Kentucky. Meanwhile, Logan Mosley resumes her role as the libero for the Hokies. Here from Castle Coliseum, the Hokies have a 358-165 record in this building, a 86-65 mark in ACC play. We're just about to get underway. The starters have taken their sides respectively. And the first service will be on the side of Virginia Tech. And we're just waiting on the official signal. Our referees today, our head referee on the perch is going to be Suzanne Lowry. And across from her in front of the official scorer's table is Wade Brents. Logan Mosley will serve it to start things out here from Castle Coliseum. The Marching Virginians take their spot in the north end of Castle Coliseum as they look to get hyped for some volleyball action. Number 23, Louisville, and Virginia Tech here from Castle Coliseum. And the 28th meeting between the Cardinals and Hokies is underway. Here comes the set. Big swing. Aiko Jones goes out of bounds. Point Hokies. So a attacking error on Aiko Jones to begin play, and Virginia Tech holds a 1-0 lead in set number 1. The service from Mosley. The set, this one's going to go to Tillman. Dugout, putting it across is going to be Katie Smith, and that one will be another attacking error as it goes out of the back line. First side out of the game, and the set is tied 1-1. Serving it for the Cardinals is number 25, Amaya Tillman, the freshman out of Topeka, Kansas. This one's dug out, set up by Jackson. Powell with the swing. Big set by Dilfer. Kill shot by Aiko Jones. Continuing her service is going to be Amaya Tillman as Louisville takes their first lead of the set, 2-1 Cardinals. Here comes the service and a service error by number 25, Amaya Tillman. Her 4th service error of the year. Serving it now for the Virginia Tech Hokies is going to be Talon Jackson. Jackson leads the ACC in assist with 727, the main setter for the Hokies. This one's going to be set by Dilfer. Swing by Jones. It's going to be touched by Smith and goes way out of bounds. Point, Cardinals. So another side out. Now serving it will be Tori Dilfer, the sophomore from Los Gatos, California. Dilfer getting ready to get the service. Sent it over the net and out of play. Service error Cardinals, point to the Hokies, 3-3. So subbing in for the Hokies is going to be number 10, Kylie Thomas, the junior from Sterling, Virginia. She comes in to do the service and then comes out of the game, and that's really the only time you see her in the game. This one's going to be set up. Big swing by Mbano. Set up, and it was trying to get over the fingers of Kai Young, who was trying to put it over the net, but jumped a little too early. It skimmed off the top of her fingers. Point for the Cardinals. So now serving it for the Cardinals will be the sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia, Mia Stander. Standing way back, a long service for Stander. The setup, swing by Smith. And it goes out of play next to the Louisville bench on the north side of Castle Coliseum. Point Cardinals. Stander standing on the back side of the basketball setup, right on the top of where it says Virginia Tech. The service dug out by Thomas. Set up for swing by Powell. Dug out by Hamlin. A swing by Stevenson and a great kill shot by Anna Stevenson for the Louisville Cardinals. 6-3 Cards. Here comes the service from Louisville. Dug out by Mosley. Set up, popped over the net by Annabelle Zier. That hits the ground, and Annabelle Zier, that will be Katie Smith who got the kill, not Annabelle Zier, as Mosley comes out in place of Zier. Here comes the setup. Big swing by Nena Mbano, blocked by the Hokies. And a side out. The service will go to Sierra Powell, one of the big freshmen for the Hokies. The service from Powell heads out of bounds. A service error for Sierra Powell. 7-5, the set score here in set number 1. Getting the service will be the Cardinal libero and Alexis Hamilton, the native of Louisville, Kentucky. Here comes her service, and it's an attacking error. Story of the first set has been the attacking error, as both sides have had a considerable amount. Checking in for the Hokies is number 20, Abby McKenzie. Doesn't usually get a lot of playing time, but with Weiner out, McKenzie's getting the call. Service will come from McKenzie. Here comes the set. Big swing now by Chaussee. Kill Claire Chaussee. 8-6, Cardinals lead here in set number 1. Jill Wilson giving some advice to Kylie Thomas. So we have a side out. Serving it up for the Cardinals is going to be Claire Chaussee, who just got the kill. The service from Chaussee. Great dig! Unbelievable dig by Kylie Thomas, but put right back by Louisville's number 25, Amaya Tillman. 9-6, the set score here in set number 1. The Louisville numbers blocked it a little bit. Alexa Hendricks is the setter right now, server. And a kill shot by Annabelle Zier for Virginia Tech. Another substitution checking in is Marissa Serco. Serco, the team leader in kills with 278. 278 kills, 2.78 kills per set. Here comes the setup. 25, Amaya Tillman with the kill. 10-7, Cardinals lead in set number 1. Serving it will be number 9 and Claire Chaussee, the sophomore from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Over the net it goes. Setting it up, swing by Marissa Serco, and she'll get the kill. 10-8, Cardinals lead in set 1. We're back to our original server in the libero for the Hokies and Logan Mosley. Putting it over the net. Set up, big swing by Aiko Jones. Blocked away, Marissa Serco. Logan Mosley, the service. Hits off the top of the net. Louisville struggled to dig it out. This one's going to be set up for Jones. Swing by Jones. It goes into the net. Attacking air, Aiko Jones. And this set is tied at 10 apiece. Logan Mosley still the server for the Hokies, wearing black as the Hokie libero. Here it comes, the set by Dilfer. Big swing and a kill by Amaya Tillman. Number 25, Amaya Tillman, getting the service. Tillman sends it over the net. Dug out by Smith. The setup by Jackson. Swing by Powell. Popped up high. The set. Aiko Jones going to get the swing. Dug out by Sierra Powell right back over the net. Aiko Jones setting it up. Aiko Jones will get the second touch. And it's touched off of Katie Smith. Point, Cardinals. Number 25, Amaya Tillman getting the service. That one will be dug out by Smith, set by Jackson, swing by Serco, dug out by the Cardinals. Big swing now by number 9 Claire Chaussee. It was sent way back into the south side of Castle Coliseum. No chance for the Hokies to recover that one. Point Cardinals, 13-10, Louisville. Amaya Tillman getting the service. Hokies fans trying to intimidate Tillman. This one's going to be dug out by Smith. The setup by Jackson. Aiko Jones. That one's going to be tipped off the block by number 19 and Marissa Serco. Point for the Cards. Tillman, the freshman, still on the service. It'll be her 4th service of this rotation. Dug out by Smith. Set up by Jackson. Swing by Serco. Dug up by the Cardinals. They're setting it up for Aiko Jones. Aiko Jones sends it wide into the Virginia Tech bench. Point Hokies. Kai Young checking back in for Virginia Tech. The junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, collided with Tessa Weiner against Notre Dame, but came back later in the game, and she is playing today against the Cardinals. The service from Virginia Tech, they're going to set it up for Aiko Jones. Virginia Tech trying for a block. Jackson, Mosley with the setup. Powell with the swing. Heading over to the near side. A big swing and a great kill shot by Anna Stevenson. With emphasis for the Cardinal wearing number 11. Now we're going to get a timeout on the floor. We'll wait to see if that was called by Virginia Tech or if this was a media timeout. Last timeout, Virginia Tech lost in 4 sets to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 19-25, the lone Hokie set won in set number 1 before losing the next 3 sets, 25-11, 25-22, and 27-25. Similarly, the Cardinals also played the Irish, dropping the first 2 sets, 22-25 each, and winning the next 3, 25-17, 25-22, and 15-10. So similar previous opponent. We have other ACC action going on. Right now, the Florida State leads Syracuse 2-0. Syracuse leads 1-0 in set number 3 from Tully Gym in Tallahassee. In the first set, the Virginia Cavaliers lead the UNC Tar Heels 13-8 in set number 1 from Memorial Gymnasium in Charlottesville. And the number 3 ranked Pittsburgh Panthers lead the NC State Wolfpack 15-3 in set number 1 from the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The officials whistling to get both teams back on the floor as the first timeout of the set, which I believe right now is a media timeout. Getting the service for the Cardinals is Tori Dilfer, the assists leader on the Cardinals with 384. Dilfer getting ready to serve it up. And here it comes from Dilfer. Dug out by Katie Smith. Set up by Jackson. Swing by Powell. Kill shot. Sierra Powell. Point for the Hokies. Kylie Thomas checking in to do the serving honors. Thomas, 8 aces, 15 service errors on the year. Thomas sends it over, dug out by the libero in Hamilton, and a kill shot by Anna Stevenson as it was only a 2-hit volley for the Cardinals. Checking in for the Cardinals is Mia Stander, the sophomore from Atlanta, and she will do the serving for the Cardinals. Here it comes from Stander. This one's going to be dug out by Smith. Jackson setting up Smith off the block, point Hokies. Cardinals 16, Hokies 13, set number 1. And it is confirmed that timeout was a media timeout, so both teams still with 2. Sierra Powell serving it, and out of bounds it goes. Sierra Powell, 2 serves, 2 service errors for Powell. She'll check out for Logan Mosley. It will be the libero in Alexis Hamilton doing the serving. Setting it up, Jackson will put it up for Katie Smith. Smith gets the kill shot. 17-14, set number 1. Virginia Tech has been playing aggressive, and they find themselves down on the scoreboard. They are still in this. Number 20, Abby McKenzie, will serve it up for Virginia Tech. McKenzie, this one's going to be set up by Dilfer. Dilfer, kill it, swing by Amaya Tillman. Now a swing by Smith. That one's going to be dug out by the libero in Hamilton. And a swing by number 9, and Claire Chaussee goes out of bounds. So an attacking error for the Cardinals. Point, Virginia Tech. The service from McKenzie, the senior from East Leroy, Michigan. This one will be dug out by Stander. Swing by Tillman. This one's going to be set up Smith. That one's going to be dug out by Stander. Set up. And an attack by Amaya Tillman goes out of play. Point Hokies. And it's just a 1-point game here in set number 1. 17-16 Cardinals. Abby McKenzie with the service. Sends it low over the net. This one's going to be set up by Dilfer. Swing by Aiko Jones. That is in. Point, Cardinals. It hit off the leg of the line judge on the Virginia Tech side and bounced in. Serving it up will be Alexa Hendricks, the freshman for the Cardinals. Hendricks serves this one up low over the net, dug out by Thomas. This one's going to be put over the net by Zier. Set up for Aiko Jones. And it will be touched off the block. Aiko Jones with the kill. 19-16, set number 1. Timeout called by Jill Wilson and the Virginia Tech Hokies. 19-16 at the time of the first time out. So far, the kill leaders, Aiko Jones has been dominant for Louisville. She's had to step up in replacement of Melanie McHenry, who went out of that last game against Notre Dame, and it's a diagnosed torn ACL. She did not travel with the team as she stayed in Louisville to be checked out by team doctors. They got the call this morning that she would have to have surgery on her ACL, and she is likely out for the season. A tough break for the senior Cardinal, who will likely finish her collegiate career in the 5-set victory against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Meanwhile, for Virginia Tech, it's been Katie Smith. 3 kills so far. That leads the team as they have 6 total kills. Around the ACC, Pittsburgh continues to dominate NC State 22-6 in set number 1. Virginia leads North Carolina 17-11, and Syracuse leads Florida State 7-4 in set number 3, with the Seminoles holding a 2-0 set advantage. We're just ready to begin play following the timeout. Alexa Hendricks will resume her service. Hendricks, 68 digs on the year, 7 aces, 9 service errors. She's standing on the top of the restricted area on the basketball setup. This one's going to go low over the net, set up by Jackson. Annabelle Zier tried to kill it, but it went out of bounds just on the far side of that boundary. 20-16 Cardinals in set number 1. Alexa Hendricks serving it up again. It hits off the line judge on the Virginia Tech side. Point for Virginia Tech, 20-17. Serving it will be Katie Smith, the junior from Florence, Kentucky. Sends it over the net. This one's going to be dug out by Dilfer. Set up, Jackson now setting it up for Marissa Serco. 4 touches called against Louisville. 20-18. Serving it is Katie Smith for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Sends it low over the net, dug out by the libero in Hamilton. This one's going to be sent over the net by Chaussee. Set up, swing by Zier. It's going to be dug out, setting it up is Hendricks. Swing by Claire Chaussee. Touched by a Hokie. Point Cardinals. 21-18. A substitution coming out is Claire Chaussee. Checking in for the Cardinals is going to be Akayla Ewell, the junior out of Manhattan Beach, California, and she'll do the serving. So Ewell sends it low over the net. This one's going to be dug out, set up by Jackson. Swing by Serco, blocked away by Amaya Tillman, 22-18. 28th meeting between the two schools in volleyball. Louisville leads the one-sided history 24-3. Akayla Ewell sends it over the net. It will be dug out and slammed away by Amaya Tillman. It was put somewhat over the net by Abby McKenzie, but Tillman just put it right back. So 23-18. Jennifer Williams checks in.
I'll see you in a minute. Right back here.
And we're going to get another timeout with the Cardinals just 2 points away from winning set number 1. Jennifer Williams checks in for Virginia Tech. She played her first set of the season in the Hokies' 4-set loss to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish on October 18th. She played in that one set with 2 total attacks. She's a redshirt freshman out of Stanton, Virginia, who's finally getting the call after the Tessa Weiner injury. So she'll be a player to look for. But Jill Wilson just wanted to talk everything over as she calls a timeout with the Cardinals just 2 points away from winning set number 1. And the big story for the Cardinals has been Aiko Jones, who's just been putting emphasis on every swing for the Cardinals. And not much the Hokies have been able to do to stop it. For Virginia Tech, they are still relying a lot on Katie Smith. And Talon Jackson has been great in the setter role. 7 assists so far on the Hokies, 18 points. Pittsburgh has just won set number 1 in between the Panthers and the Wolfpack, 25-9 in set 1. And continuing her serve will be Akayla Ewell. She's getting ready to serve it up. Ewell sends it over, dug out by Smith, the setup by Jackson. It will be a swing by Jennifer Williams, and Jennifer Williams, her first collegiate kill. And she'll immediately check out to celebrate with her squad. Jennifer Williams, a special moment for her. Serving it will be Logan Mosley. The freshman out of Apex, North Carolina, has been big in the libero role for the Hokies. This one will be dug out by Hendricks. The setup, Aiko Jones, touched off the block. Point, Cardinals. A point away from winning set number 1. It is 24-19. Amaya Tillman will get the service for the Cardinals. Here it comes from Tillman. Dugout will be set up by Jackson. Swing by Powell. The setup, a soft set over by Anna Stevenson, and she'll get credit for the point. 25-19. 25-19, the set score in set number 1. The teams will switch sides. We'll take a 3-minute break, and we'll be right back here on 3304 Sports. Welcome you back here to Castle Coliseum. I'm Tyler Katz for 3304 Sports. Louisville coming off a 25-19 set 1 victory. And that came off the big set by Aiko Jones with 6 kills for the Cardinals. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech showing a lot of fight. A 19-point set is nothing to scoff at, and they fought hard against Notre Dame, winning 1 set and putting up 22 and 25 points respectively. In that 4th set, they put up 25. Notre Dame did win by 2 with 27 points in set number 4 to win the match. Louisville looks to continue their hot streak, an 11-match winning streak against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's last victory against the Louisville Cardinals came all the way back in 1992. That's before any players on either side of the roster were even born. So it's been a while since the Hokies have broken through. Couple updates from around the ACC before we resume play in set 2. Syracuse leads Florida State in set 3, 14-11. Virginia leads North Carolina in set 1, 22-21. And NC State leads Pittsburgh 2-1 in set number 2. We're back for set number 2. Virginia Tech in their white tops, black bottoms with orange numbers, heading from right to left. Louisville in all black with white and red accents on the sides, heading from left to right. Serving it for the Cardinals is going to be number 9 in Claire Chaussee. Chaussee sends it over the net. This one's going to be dug out by Smith. The setup by Jackson, a swing by Powell, and it's going to be tipped off the block for the Cardinals. Point, Hokies, Sierra Powell. Kylie Thomas checks in for the Hokies in exchange for Marissa Serco. 1-0 Virginia Tech, set 2. Here comes the service from Thomas. Dug out the setup. Put over the net by Tillman. Dug out the setup by Jackson. Swing by Powell. Hit off the libero and Alexis Hamilton. It will be a swing now by Claire Chaussee. And it's in as Mosley just couldn't get to it. Point, Cardinals. A great volley and effort by Louisville pays off. Amaya Tillman serving it up for the Cardinals. It will be dug out by Kylie Thomas. The setup by Jackson. Kill shot Kai Young. Point Hokies, and it's a 2-1 Hokie advantage. Set number 2. Sierra Powell will get the service. She has 3 aces on the year, but in her first 2 serves of the day, they have both been service errors. This one will not be. It's going to be a setup for Aiko Jones. Jones, a great dig by Powell. It's back by Smith as it was heading into the net. Smith tried to save it, but it goes out of bounds right in front of the PA announcer next to the Virginia Tech bench. Serving it for the Cardinals will be Tori Dilfer, the assist leader for the Cardinals. Dilfer sends it over the net. Will be dug out by Thomas. Set up by Jackson. Swing by Annabelle Zier. It will be dug out by Chaussee. Put back over by Anna Stevenson. Out of bounds. Point Hokies. (3-2) set 2. Virginia Tech leads. Abby McKenzie, the senior from East Leroy, Michigan, will serve it up for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Here comes the service. The setup. Aiko Jones, another kill shot. She has been dominant for the Cardinals, stepping up for the injured Melanie McHenry. Another change in servers as it's been a back and forth affair so far. Mia Stander starts it for the Cardinals. Dug up by Kylie Thomas to set up Katie Smith. Kill shot, Katie Smith. And it's been back and forth. Tech, Louisville. It's been a constant pattern as both teams have been going back and forth. 4-3 Hokies lead. The service, a big setup. Aiko Jones trying another kill. It will be dug out by Logan Mosley. Marissa Serco with the direct swing. It will be set up now. And a kill shot by Claire Chaussee. Excuse me, it was an attacking error as it goes out of bounds just in front of the Carillion Clinic logo on the near side, on the north side of Castle Coliseum. The setup now, and a soft swing by Anna Stevenson. Smith will send it over the net for the Hokies. The setup, another swing by Stevenson. Setting it up now for Marissa Serco, and it's an attacking error for Serco. It will be Alexis Hamilton. Hamilton serving it up for the Cardinals. The setup by Jackson, put over the net by Marissa Serco. Setting it up will be Tori Dilfer, and a kill shot by Amaya Tillman. And the point will go to the Hokies, as it was an attacking error. It likely hit the antenna as it did not go out of bounds. Mosley, a pop-up serve. It will be set up by Dilfer. Kill shot by Claire Chaussee. Aiko Jones, after taking a short break, will check back in for the Cardinals. Alexa Hendricks serving it for the Cardinals. And a bit of a confusing service there as it was tipped by two Hokies, heading straight into the net, and then two Hokies in Serco and Powell were trying to put it over, and it just went straight into the net. So point for the Cardinals. 6-6 set 2. Jackson setting it up. Sierra Powell off the libero. Dilfer setting it up. And a kill shot, Claire Chaussee. 7-6, Cardinals lead. Alexa Hendricks still with the service for the Cardinals. Setting it high over the net. Jackson setting it up. Serco out of play. And all the way into the tunnel. The ball escapes. 8-6, Cardinals lead in set number 2. They won set number 1, 25-19. The service from Hendricks. High over the net, almost hits the antenna. Powell takes it out. Jackson sets it up for Serco. Serco, an attempted block. Point Hokies. Kai Young checking back in for Virginia Tech in replacement for Abby McKenzie. Talon Jackson. The service. Sets it up. A big swing by Amaya Tillman goes out of bounds right in front of the Virginia Tech bench. Point Hokies. 8-8, set number 2. The service from Jackson. A great play by the Louisville Cardinals as Tori Dilfer, who usually is the setter, instead fakes the set and puts it over the net. Point for the Cardinals. Claire Chaussee, service for the Cards. Jackson sets it up, but unfortunately for the Hokies, Kai Young, a swing right into the net. Point Cards. Claire Chaussee. Logan Mosley with the second touch. Attempt swing by Powell. It will be dug up by the Cardinals. Aiko Jones right into the net. Point Hokies. Kylie Thomas checks back into the game in exchange for Marissa Serco. Thomas, as per usual for Virginia Tech, checks back in to serve. Thomas over the net. Dilfer setting it up for Stevenson. A great pancake by Mosley, sent over by Powell. Now a volley by Louisville and a kill shot by Aiko Jones. 11-9 Cardinals lead in set 2. Virginia Tech fanbase continues to try to intimidate the Louisville server. Swing by Katie Smith, and it will count as a kill just inside the line. Point Hokies. Sierra Powell will get the service. 2 service errors for her so far today. The setup by Dilfer. A swing and a miss, and a Stevenson tried the swing but didn't make contact. Point Hokies, and we're tied at 11 in set number 2. Powell will serve it up low over the net. Dug out and into the Louisville bench. Somehow Louisville recovers. Set up by Jackson. Swing. Kai Young with the kill. Louisville knocked it all the way into their bench, and they were somehow able to recover. Usually when that happens, you see a lot of stuff break down for the team, but Louisville able to recover, showing why they're number 23. A swing now by Anna Stevenson goes out of play in front of the Virginia Tech bench. Point Hokies, 13-11. Hokies lead in set number 2. Powell with the service, hits off the top of the net. Set up by Dilfer. Swing, kill, shot by Aiko Jones. Sierra Powell will come out of the game in exchange for Logan Mosley. Serving it will be Tori Dilfer, the setter for the Cardinals. The setter being the server. High over the net and an attacking air by Tori Dilfer, her 17th service error of the year. Excuse me, make that her 18th, as that is Dilfer's second service error of the game. Abby McKenzie will serve it up for the Virginia Tech Hokies. McKenzie puts it up, dug up by the libero in Hamilton. Dilfer to Jones, blocked by Smith. Back to the Louisville side. Putting it over will be Louisville. The setup by Thomas, blocked by Louisville. Put over the net, kill shot and an excellent volley. Talon Jackson will get the credit. Excellent resiliency by both sides, but Virginia Tech came out on top. It will be a media timeout as Virginia Tech has reached the 15-point plateau. 15-12, Virginia Tech leads Louisville in set number 2. And a great set so far for the Virginia Tech Hokies. They're on a 7-2 run right now against the Cardinals to lead the set 15-12. The Louisville Cardinals still trying to solve how they're going to replace their big killing senior in Melanie McHenry. As I mentioned before, she is no longer playing for the Cardinals due to a torn ACL, likely out for the season. But the Cardinals have stepped up. Aiko Jones has been big for the Cardinals already this season with 185 kills. But stepping up so far for the Cardinals, other than Jones, has been Claire Chaussee. She's been big on the killing side of the ball, has had a few big swings, and definitely a lot of big points for the Cardinals to this point. Meanwhile, for Virginia Tech, they're going through the hardest weekend of their schedule. They had to play Notre Dame, who's 20th in the RPI rankings, and now having to play Louisville, who's 11th in the RPI. Virginia Tech, very upset-minded right now. Even though they lost the first set, they're leading at the media timeout in set number 2. And Jill Wilson trying to get her 10th victory in Atlantic Coast Conference play in her 3-year tenure at the helm of the Hokies. Serving it will be Abby McKenzie. McKenzie serves it low over the net. Hamilton digs it out. Dilfer sets it up for Jones off the block. Jackson will set it up. Annabelle Zier setting it up will be Dilfer. Putting it over the net is Mbano. Set up by Alexis Hamilton. Dilfer sets it up for Stevenson, who gets the kill for the Cardinals. Checking in for Louisville is Mia Stander in exchange for Aiko Jones. So now the big killer on the floor for the Cardinals is number 9 in Claire Chaussee. Serving it will be Mia Stander. Jackson sets it up for Katie Smith. Smith, kill shot, Katie Smith. 16-13, Hokies lead set 2. Serving it will be number 1 in Katie Smith. Checking back in for the Hokies is Marissa Circo. Smith sends it low over the net. Digging it out will be Alexis Hamilton. Swing by now by Mbano. And Mbano will get the kill as it was touched by a Hokie in Logan Mosley before heading out of play on the far side. The libero and Alexis Hamilton will get the serving duty for the Cards. Hamilton high over the net, dug out by Smith, set up by Jackson. Circo trying to kill. Dug out, this one will be set up by Mia Stander. Swing by Chaussee. Setting it up will be Jackson. Circo a big swing. Dug out by the libero and Hamilton. Dilfer setting it up. It will be a swing by Chaussee. Jackson now setting it up for Katie Smith. Smith with the kill shot. A 17-14 lead for the Hokies, set 2. Mosley with the service, low over the net. Dug out now by Chaussee. The setup by Dilfer. Mosley digs it out. Sierra Powell. Dug up by Hamilton. Dilfer sets it up for Claire Chaussee. Kill shot, Claire Chaussee. Substitution for the Cardinals. Aiko Jones checks back in replacement of Mia Stander. Alexa Hendricks, the native of Louisville, Kentucky, serving it for Louisville. Dugout, Jackson, kill shot, Marissa Circo. Checking back in for the Hokies is number 22 and Kai Young. She will replace Abby McKenzie on the floor. 18-15, Hokies lead set 2. Here comes the service from Jackson. Dug out, the setup by Dilfer. Hits off the net. Jackson sets it up. Marissa Circo trying to kill. Dug out by the libero and Alexis Hamilton. Put over the net by Dilfer, and Dilfer will get the kill. It's Dilfer's 3rd kill of the game. Usually on assist, but Louisville likes to change it up sometimes with Dilfer putting it over the net instead of setting it. Checking in will be Akayla Ewell. She's in to serve it for the Cards. 18-16, Virginia Tech leads set number 2. Louisville leads 1-0. Here comes the service from Ewell. Dug out by Mosley. The setup by Jackson. Sierra Powell sends it over the net. Dilfer. And a kill shot with emphasis, Amaya Tillman. Timeout, Virginia Tech. Louisville has made this a 1-point set. 18-17, Virginia Tech leads, heading into the timeout called by Jill Wilson. Virginia Tech trying to snap a long 9-game losing streak. They haven't won since their first game of the Hokie Invitational on September 20th against Chattanooga, and that was a 5-set thriller. They have lost all 7 games they have played in Atlantic Coast Conference play, losing their last 5 to NC State, North Carolina, Clemson, Georgia Tech, and Notre Dame respectively. Louisville, meanwhile, trying to continue their winning streak. They're on an 8-game winning streak, with their last 5 victories coming against Georgia Tech, Clemson, Duke, Wake Forest, and Notre Dame in their last matchup. Louisville's been on a long stretch away from home. They haven't played back on their home court since October 6th in that sweep of Clemson. Take you around the ACC, 30 seconds remaining in the timeout. Florida State swept Syracuse 3-0 from Tully Gym in Tallahassee. In set 2, North Carolina leads UVA 1-0. In set 2, UNC leads the Cavaliers 7-3. In set number 2, Pittsburgh leads NC State 1-0. In set number 2, Pittsburgh leads the Wolfpack 18-13. The horn here at Castle Coliseum means we're ready to resume play. Akayla Ewell will continue her service for the Louisville Cardinals. Ewell sends it over the net, dug out by Mosley. The setup by Jackson. Sierra Powell, kill shot. And it couldn't have been executed more perfectly. Powell puts it right where no Cardinal was. Checking back in for the Cardinals is number 9 and Claire Chaussee. And for the Hokies, checking in is number 10 and Kylie Thomas. With the side out, Thomas will get the service for the Hokies. Dug out, Hamilton will get the set. Swing by Iko Jones. Katie Smith sends it. And that was hit off of a Cardinal point for Virginia Tech. And that causes Danny Busboom Kelly to call timeout. 20-17, Hokies lead here in set number 2. Louisville's last set loss came in set number 2 of their previous matchup against Notre Dame, who was receiving votes. Their last victory against a team who was not receiving votes was all the way back on September 29th, where they won in 4 sets against the UNC Tar Heels. In 4 sets, 3-1. The last time the Hokies have won a set against the Louisville Cardinals was in 2017 here at Castle Coliseum. That was a 4-set victory for the Louisville Cardinals. The Hokie fans have come out here faithful to show support for the Hokies as they take on the Louisville Cardinals. Of course, the Virginia Tech fan base still reeling off a very stressful victory at Lane Stadium in football last night. They defeated the UNC Tar Heels in 6 overtimes, 43-41. So you have to expect that the Hokie fans are ready for some more Virginia Tech athletics, and they're showing that with the band showing up here at Castle and a good portion of the Virginia Tech student base showing up to Castle Coliseum as well. It will be the service now by Kylie Thomas, sent back over. And it will be point for Louisville as we had a call against the Hokies. We'll wait to see what that call was. But nonetheless, it will be a point for the Cardinals. It was actually a blocking error by Kai Young. Now a swing now by Sierra Powell, dug out. Setting it up will be Hendricks. And an attacking error by Iko Jones as it was sent out of bounds on the near side. 21-18 the set score. Sierra Powell will serve it up for the Hokies. Powell sends it over and an attacking error for Sierra Powell. She has not been good as the Virginia Tech server, as that's already her 3rd service error of the game. 21-19. Virginia Tech still leads here in set number 2. Serving it will be number 12 and Tori Dilfer. Dilfer sends it high over the net, dug out by Smith. The setup for now for Kai Young. Off the block, but recovered. Jones with the swing. It will be the setup by Jackson. Put over the net by Kai Young, dug out by Hamilton. Swing by Aiko Jones and the kill by Aiko Jones, and it's a 1-point set, 21-20. Hokies still with the advantage. Tori Dilfer, the sophomore from Los Gatos, California. If we were to translate that into English, it would be the Katz, California. And an ace, service ace by Tori Dilfer. And Louisville has tied this set at 21 apiece. Dilfer, a successful service for the Cardinals so far. She's trying to give her team the lead now. The setup swing by Annabelle Zier, dug up by Hamilton. The setup, Aiko Jones, a great dig by Thomas. The setup, Katie Smith, and attacking Aaron Louisville has regained the set lead, 22-21. A very successful service for Tori Dilfer as they're on a 4-point run. And Jill Wilson picks up the challenge card. So we're going to get our first challenge of the game. As a reminder, both coaches are given 3 challenges and then 1 extra if it goes to 5 sets. So we'll have to see. I believe Jill Wilson is challenging if that ball was in or out. The original call on the court was that the ball was out, and it would give Louisville a 22-21 lead. Of course, that could flip if this call was overturned. We're waiting to see what the officials see on the scoreboard. But so far, and here we go. We're going to be able to see this on the big board here. So it was a kill shot by, or a swing by Katie Smith that went on the far side next to the Louisville bench, and that was clearly out. I don't know what Jill Wilson's case is on this one. That is one of the most conclusive calls I've ever seen, unless she's saying it was touched off the block, but nothing that I saw showed that that point belonged to the Virginia Tech Hokies. And it was a very quick review, as the point will remain with the Louisville Cardinals, as that was one of the easiest calls that second referee and Wade Brents has had to make. So continuing the service will be Tori Dilfer. Both teams still with 1 timeout in the set. Dilfer sends it over the net, dug up by Kylie Thomas. The setup by Jackson, swing by Katie Smith. Dug up by the libero and Alexis Hamilton. Put over the net by Dilfer. Point Hokies, reaching over the net, called against the Cardinals. We're tied at 22 apiece, and checking in for the Hokies is going to be number 20 in Abby McKenzie. She'll serve it up for the Hokies. McKenzie, 5 aces, 10 service aces when serving. Low over the net, dug up by Hamilton. Ace! Service ace by Abby McKenzie. 23-22, Hokies lead set number 2. Timeout called by the Louisville Cardinals, as this is a much closer set than I think head coach Danny Busboom Kelly would have liked. We take you back to that game between the Cardinals and the Hokies back in 2017. That was the last time Virginia Tech won a set against the Louisville Cardinals, and that came in a 25-20 set number 1 for the Hokies before Louisville swept sets 2, 3, and 4 to win the match. As I mentioned before, the last time the Hokies defeated the Louisville Cardinals was back in 1992. And I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast. No player on either side of the ball was even born the last time the Hokies defeated the Cardinals. And that victory came in Louisville, Kentucky in a 5-set thriller. That was on Halloween of 1992, where the Hokies defeated the Cardinals before falling to them in postseason play in Charlotte, North Carolina later that same season. We're back from the timeout. And serving it up now will be Abby McKenzie. The setup by Dilfer, the swing by Iko Jones. Smith pops it up. Jackson, swing by Smith off the block. The setup by Jones, and sending it over the net will be Stevenson. Jackson sets it up for Katie Smith. Smith, a great save by the Cardinals. Iko Jones sets it back up. Smith, the set. Smith kills, shot Katie Smith, and it's set point Virginia Tech. At Castle Coliseum, the Hokie fan faithful are getting a little loud as they can sense a set victory in set number 2. Serving it up will be Abby McKenzie. Point Hokies! 2 touches against the Cardinals, and we are tied at 1 set apiece. 25-22. Virginia Tech gets their first set victory against the Cardinals since 2017 right here at Castle Coliseum. We'll take a 5-minute break in between sets 2 and 3. We're tied 1 set apiece. I'm Tyler Katz here on 3304 Sports. We'll be back after this 5-minute break. Welcome you back here to Castle Coliseum. Tyler Katz for 3304 Sports. We are ready to begin set number 3. The teams have switched sides. Virginia Tech wearing white tops, black bottoms, heading left to right. Louisville wearing black tops, black bottoms. Their tops are accented with white and red on the sides. Virginia Tech, their uniforms have a bit of a Hokie stone pattern on the back of their uniforms. Hokie stone is the stone that makes up a majority of Virginia Tech's buildings here on campus in Blacksburg. So the first service will come from Talon Jackson. Here comes the setup. Swing. Point Virginia Tech. A attacking air by Amaya Tillman, number 25, for the Cardinals. Jackson. It will be dug out. Put back by Sierra Powell. And really a confusing volley there, as it will be point Cardinals. Number 25 and Amaya Tillman will serve it up. Here comes the service from Tillman. Mosley gets the dig. The setup by Jackson. Sierra Powell a swing. The setup Iko Jones. Dug out by Smith. The setup by Jackson. Swing by Marissa Serco. Popped up by Tillman. Swing by Jones. Dug out by Mosley. Near the Virginia Tech bench. They save it, and Mosley will have to send it over. The setup and a kill shot by Anna Stevenson. So far, Shannon Shields, who wears number 19, is now the setter in place of Tori Dilfer. Here it comes from Tillman. Jones over, and a block by number 4 in Alexa Hendricks. Louisville looking dominant here in set 3. Tillman will put it up, serve it, low over the net. Jackson setting it up for Marissa Serco. Off the block, Alexa Hendricks touched it, point Hokies. Kylie Thomas will check in for the Hokies. And she'll come in to serve it for Virginia Tech. Thomas low over the net. Kills! Shot Sierra Powell. And it was just a one-hit volley on that side of the Virginia Tech side. And Sierra Powell put it right back over the net. Aiko Jones now with a swing into the net. Point Hokies. Virginia Tech on a 3-point run. 4-3. Hokies lead set 3. Put over the net, but now by Smith. Or excuse me, by Thomas. It's put up by Kai Young. Jackson the set. Kill shot by Katie Smith. Point Hokies. A 4-point run for Virginia Tech. And Virginia Tech, starting in the second set, has been coming out firing on all cylinders against the Cards. Put over the net, Mosley with the dig. Jackson the setup. Kill attempt. Kai Young. Aiko Jones tried to save it. It ended up going under the net. Point Hokies. And a 5-0 scoring run for the Hokies have gotten this crowd riled up. Number 10, Kylie Thomas with the service. It'll be dug out by Hendricks. Aiko Jones putting it back over. Put back by Kai Young. Jones will put it over the net. Mosley with the set. Jackson with the setter. Sierra Powell. Point Hokies. 4 touches by Louisville. And we're going to get a timeout called by Louisville. And Danny Buzzboom Kelly is in a state of shock as they were looking to come into Blacksburg and get an easy victory against the Hokies, who have been 0-7 in ACC play. But the Hokies are giving them all that they can handle. First timeout taken of set number 3 will take you around the ACC. North Carolina wins set number 2 over Virginia, 25-19. They now lead 2-0. Set number 3, Pittsburgh and NC State. Pittsburgh leads 2-0, and they lead set number 3, 7-3. Pittsburgh and Louisville tied for the ACC lead, as Pittsburgh 7-0 in the ACC, 18-1 overall. Louisville also 7-0 in the ACC, 14-3 overall. So it should be an interesting matchup when those two face off at the end of the month on October 27th in Louisville. The next game for the Louisville Cardinals will be at home on October 25th at 7 o'clock. They'll take on the Virginia Cavaliers. As of right now, that game has not been announced to be on broadcast, but keep up with the Cardinals on U of L Volleyball on social media to find out where that game is going to be broadcast. Meanwhile, for the Hokies, they finally hit the road, closing out this long homestand. They'll play Duke on October 25th. That game's at 6:30 on the ACC Network Extra. Kylie Thomas sets it over the net. Dug up by Hendricks. A long set. Aiko Jones, a long attack, and it will go out of play. Point Hokies. So a point for Virginia Tech coming out of the timeout. Here comes the service from Thomas. The setup and an attacking air by Claire Chaussee. A big run by the Hokies. An 8-0 run for Virginia Tech. The setup now by Shields. And the run has finally been broken on a kill shot by Anna Stevenson. 10-4. Virginia Tech leads. 9-4 as the scoreboard counted a point for both teams on that last one. Jackson sets it up for Katie Smith. Kill shot by Katie Smith. A 9-1 run for the Virginia Tech Hokies. (10-4). And Sierra Powell sends it straight into the net on the service. And Powell has not been the greatest server for the Hokies so far. Her 4th service error. All 4 service errors for the Hokies have come by way of Sierra Powell. A long service now from Stander. put over the net by Kai Young, sent back. An amazing play by Thomas, sent over. Kill shot by number 13 and Amber Stivrins, the freshman from Scottsdale, Arizona. Serving it will be Mia Stander, sending way back on the outside of the Virginia Tech line. It's set by Jackson, put back over to Virginia Tech side. Katie Smith sends it over, dug up at the libero. Put over. Point Hokies on an attacking air as the kill attempt was sent out of bounds. Give you clarification on who got the kill for the Hokies in just a moment, but serving it will be Abby McKenzie. 11-6 Hokies lead, set number 3. It was actually an attacking air by Anna Stevenson. Kill shot with emphasis, Amber Stivrins. And Stevenson will come out in place of Amaya Tillman. Number 8 and Alexis Hamilton will serve it up for the Cards. Hamilton sends it over the net. A swing by Katie Smith. The setup now by the Cardinals. Dug out by Mosley. Smith will send it over. Off the block. It will be a setup by Shields. Sending it over the net will be Amber Stivrins, and she'll get the kill. 11-8 as the Cardinals are fighting their way back into set number 3. 11-8 Hokies lead. The serve from Hamilton. The setup by Jackson. Smith a swing. Hits off their libero and Alexis Hamilton. A big swing out of play. An attacking air by Claire Chaussee. Substitution for Virginia Tech. Checking back in will be Marissa Circo in replacement of Kylie Thomas. Katie Smith will serve it for the Hokies. Smith sends it over. Popped up, the swing now by Chaussee. The set by Jackson. Circo trying to get it. Standard takes it out. The set by Shields. Kill shot by Amber Stivrins. And the 1-2 combo for the Cardinals has not been Dilfer Jones, but instead has been Shields Stivrins. Serving it will be Alexa Hendricks. Checking back in for Virginia Tech will be Jennifer Williams. Alexa Hendricks with the service. Sends it low over the net. Dugout Jackson tried to put it right over the net. It'll be another setup by Jackson, this time getting it over to Jennifer Williams. Off the block, Jennifer Williams gets credit. 13-9 Virginia Tech. Serving it will be Logan Mosley. Mosley an attacking air. She doesn't do that often. That's only her 7th service air of the year compared to her 15 aces on the year. 13-10. Sent over the net. Jackson setting it up for Powell. Hits high off of Chaussee. The setup by Shields. Jones. Dug out by Smith. Jackson sends it over directly. Hamilton to Shields. Shields sends it over, and Mosley couldn't get the dig. Point for the Cardinals, 13-11. Hokies lead set 3. Number 9 and Claire Chaussee will serve it up. Here comes the service from Chaussee. Katie Smith. Sierra Powell with the swing. Shields sets it up for Jones. Jones a kill shot off the block. 13-12 and the Cardinals are back in it. Chaussee to continue her service. Here it comes now. Talon Jackson the setup. Sierra Powell the kill. Point Hokies. Kai Young checking back in for Virginia Tech in place of Abby McKenzie. A lot of players have played on both sides. Shields will send it over the net directly. Jackson setting it up for Sierra Powell. Powell a swing. Dug out. And sending it directly over will be Alexa Hendricks. Jackson setting it up for Kai Young. Blocked away. Amaya Tillman. The Cardinals get the point. 14-13. Hokies lead set 3. Amaya Tillman. And they're cleaning up some sweat from the floor. Giving the towel back to Suzanne Lowry. Jones gets back into position, and now Amaya Tillman will be ready to serve it. Tillman over the net. Dug up by Mosley, the set by Jackson. Marissa Serko swing and a kill shot. A beautiful kill by Marissa Serko as it was perfectly placed in the corner of the court next to the Louisville bench. Serving it will be Kylie Thomas, the junior from Sterling, Virginia. Thomas sends it over the net. The set by Shields. Shields over to Stevenson. Kill shot by Stevenson, touched by a Hokie. Substitution checking in for the Cardinals is going to be Amber Stivrins, replacing Alexa Hendricks. Shannon Shields, the new setter for Louisville, will get her first service, sends it high over the net, a pop-up. Jackson sets it up for Katie Smith. It was touched by a Cardinal. Point Hokies. 16-14, Hokies lead. Hokies have struggled all season with attacking percentage, but now it's at .233, better than Louisville's .232 attacking percentage so far. The setup by Shields. Blocked away! Katie Smith and the Louisville bench in shock. The Virginia Tech bench ecstatic that they are giving Louisville a run for their money. The set by Sierra Powell. A swing by Stevenson, dug out. Virginia Tech gets the point, and Castle Coliseum is getting loud. 18-14, Hokies lead. Sierra Powell, who has ended each of her service with service errors. And I believe we're going to get a challenge. Yes, head coach Danny Busboom Kelly is challenging the ruling on the court. So we're going to get our second review of the game. The previous one, a challenge by Jill Wilson that was unsuccessful. She was challenging if the ball was in or out. So now we're going to see on Hokie Vision whether Busboom Kelly has a case. She was saying it was not hit off the block.
It was your player that touched the net.
Or it was a player who touched the net, excuse me. So we'll be able to see. We only got one look at it before they cut back to a static image. But so far, a great game by Virginia Tech. 242 attacking percentage, 32 kills on 91 total attacks. Jackson has been a monster setter for the Hokies. 26 assists so far for the Hokies. Here in set number 3, the next home game for the Hokies will be the 1st of November as they take on the Seminoles of Florida State. 6 o'clock. That game will be broadcast on the ACC network and brought to you from right here at Castle Coliseum. We're going to get another look at it on Hokie Vision. So who was it that touched the net? And it was reaching over, was Louisville. I don't think Busboom Kelly has a case here. Looked like Anna Stevenson, the junior from Lawrence, South Carolina, reached over the net, and we're going to get a decision here. And the point will remain with Virginia Tech. So both challenges have been unsuccessful. Sierra Powell will get the service again. Powell sends it over the net. This one's going to be dug up by Chaussee. The setup by Shields and a kill shot by Anna Stevenson. 18-15, Hokies lead. Coming back in the game will be their libero and Alexis Hamilton. Mia Stander standing very far back because she has a very long service. Jackson setting it up for Katie Smith. An amazing dig by Hamilton. Setting it up now, Claire Chaussee that hit the floor. Logan Mosley was trying to get a pancake, but it hit the floor. Number 17, Mia Stander. Again with her long service, this one's going to go high over the net. Jackson setting it up. A soft swing by Kai Young. And we're going to get a whistle and a point for Virginia Tech, as there was a error by the Cardinals. Number 20, Abby McKenzie, will get the service for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Shields sets it up, blocked away, Katie Smith. Point for the Hokies. Timeout called by the Louisville Cardinals as the Virginia Tech Hokies lead 20-16 in set number 3. And if you're head coach Danny Busboom-Kelly, the third-year head coach for the Louisville Cardinals, you do not want to be upset by a team that has not won in ACC play. But Virginia Tech has looked very impressive in this game here at Castle Coliseum, and the crowd has been getting into it so far. A very dangerous sign is when the crowd gets into it, because then they start getting in your head. So Danny Busboom-Kelly talking to her team down 4 here in set number 3. Sets are tied at 1 apiece, with the sets running 25-19 Louisville and then 25-22 Virginia Tech. I think a lot of fans here are somewhat surprised at the result, mainly because of Virginia Tech's history coming into today's game with that 9-game losing streak compared to Louisville's 8-game winning streak. I don't think anybody expected this to be a match with a 4-point Virginia Tech lead in set number 3. And the big player so far has been Katie Smith. 12 kills, 8 digs. Smith has been a beast for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Smith came into today's game with 113 kills. She's the junior from Florence, Kentucky. And a large cheer now from the Virginia Tech faithful as Abby McKenzie will resume her service. Here comes the service from McKenzie. This one's going to be dug up by Chaussee. Kill shot with emphasis, Amber Stivrins. 2017, Virginia Tech still leads a side out, and will be Alexis Hamilton, the libero. Hamilton sends it over the net. Dug out by Mosley, the set by Jackson. Jackson will actually put it over the net. A big swing now by Stivrins. Kill shot by Amber Stivrins. Touched by a Hokie before hitting the ground. The libero and Alexis Hamilton wearing red instead of the traditional Louisville black. This one's going to be sent over by Annabelle Zier. Now a swing by Claire Chaussee that goes out of the back line. Point Hokies, 21-18. Number 1, Katie Smith will get the service. And we're going to get another challenge by Danny Busboom-Kelly. And why not? You get 3. You might as well utilize them. So we'll get to see. She's challenging whether there was a touch on the previous play that would have given Virginia Tech the point. It was an attacking error by Claire Chaussee. So she was saying that before the ball went out, it was touched by a Hokie. And we'll wait to see the replay on Hokie Vision. As she lost her first challenge earlier in this set, that a Hokie reached over the net. 21-18 the set score. That could, of course, flip to 20-19 Louisville. So a big point for the Cardinals to get back into set number 3. We're still waiting to see a replay on the video board, but we're not getting anything just yet. But the attacking percentage improving for Virginia Tech has really been a key. In their 7 losses, their attacking percentage has been sub 100. It is now at a 232, and they have a lead over the Louisville Cardinals in set number 3, in which the sets are tied at 1 apiece. Still waiting to see a look at this one, whether there was a Hokie touch, and we have a decision from the referees telling the scorer's table before making his announcement. And the call will stay with the Hokies. So Bus Boom Kelly loses her second challenge.
That's 0-2.
Katie Smith will get the service for the Hokies after the side out. Smith sends it low over the net. Dug out nicely by Stander. Swing. Amazing dig by Smith. Set up by Shields. A swing by Stivrins. A dig now by Young. And it will be a kill by the Cardinals. Gonna get a substitution as Aiko Jones checks back in for Mia Standard. Serving it for the Cardinals will be Alexa Hendricks. 21-19 Hokies lead in set number 3. Here it comes from Hendricks. Jackson sets it up. Serco a soft swing. Shields sets it up. Blocked away. Amaya Tillman with the swing. Marissa Serco said not today. 22-19 Hokies lead set 3.
How does it feel to get stuffed?
Logan Mosley, the libero, wearing black for the Hokies. Dug out, sent to over the net, and out of play, an attacking air by Shannon Shields.
Loving it.
23-19 Hokies lead set 3. Mosley sends it over the net, dug out by Hamilton. The set by Shields, the swing by Chaussee. Kill by Claire Chaussee, 23-20. Substitution checking back in will be number 16, Akela Ewell. She'll check in for Claire Chaussee, and Ewell, similar to Kylie Thomas on the Hokies, will check in to serve it for the Cardinals.
Hey, your shoes untied.
Ewell sends it over the net. The dig, Jackson setting it up for Powell. Powell a swing, blocked away, Amaya Tillman. 23-21. Timeout, Virginia Tech. Wilson takes her first of 2 timeouts in set number 3. 23-21. The set score when we take the break. Pittsburgh just finished off their sweep against NC State, 3-0. Game still underway in ACC action, with North Carolina taking on Virginia. North Carolina leads the Cavaliers 14-10 in set number 3, with the Tar Heels holding a 2-0 set advantage. The number 23 Louisville Cardinals might have been looking ahead to the University of Virginia when they play at home in 5 days. Virginia in the standings, not much better, only 12th in the ACC. Virginia's lone ACC win coming against the Virginia Tech Hokies, who are still looking for their first ACC victory. They have lost half of their 14 games. They are 0-7, but trying to look to break through against the Louisville Cardinals. The Hokies take the court back from the timeout, and the Cardinals break from their meeting. The marching Virginians still playing along, trying to add some added pressure. Akela Ewell will remain the server for the Louisville Cardinals. They're down by 2 in set number 3. Ewell sends it over. It will be a dig. Jackson sets it up for Powell. Kills, shot by Sierra Powell. Checking in for the Hokies is number 22, Kai Young, in replacement of Abby McKenzie. It's set point for Virginia Tech. Serving it will be Talon Jackson. Jackson sends it low over the net, hits off the top of the net. Shields sets it up, off the block. They're going to set it up. Mosley to Powell, blocked away. Virginia Tech wins set number 3, 25-21. And the Hokies are a set away from upsetting the number 23 Louisville Cardinals. We'll swap sides. Have a 3-minute break before we go to set number 4. I'm Tyler Katz for 3304 Sports. We'll be right back for set number 4. Welcome back here to 3304 Sports. I'm Tyler Katz here on the call, number 23 Louisville, unranked Virginia Tech. We're heading into set number 4. Virginia Tech coming off a big set 3 victory, 25-21. They now lead 2-1 and are 25 points away from upsetting the number 23 team in the country in the Louisville Cardinals. Louisville, a traditional powerhouse at the end of the year. They made the tournament last year, defeating Dayton in straight sets in the first round before falling in 4 sets to Illinois, who ended up making the Elite 8 before falling later in the tournament. Or excuse me, in the Final Four before falling to Nebraska. So a tough opponent for Louisville in the 2018 tournament. We're ready for set number 4. The teams have swapped sides yet again. Virginia Tech heading right to left, wearing white tops, black bottoms with a Hokie stone pattern on the back, orange numbers. Their libero wearing black with orange accents and orange numbers. Louisville in all black with white and red accents. Their libero wearing red and black. They are heading from left to right. Here comes the service from Louisville's Alexa Hendricks. The setup by Jackson, a swing by Marissa Serco. The setup now by Shields. It will be a big swing by Claire Chaussee, dug out by Mosley. Smith will send it back towards the net. Sierra Powell into the net, point Cardinals. Louisville leads 1-0, set number 4. Here comes the service now from Alexa Hendricks. Hendricks sends it over the net. It's going to be set up for Sierra Powell. Powell! It hit off of Alexis Hamilton, point Hokies. Kylie Thomas will check in to serve it for the Hokies. The last time the Hokies won 2 sets was October 4th against NC State. And a service ace for Kylie Thomas. It hit off a couple of Cardinals. They were just not able to return it. 2-1 Hokies lead set 4. The Louisville attacking percentage has been less than ideal for them. It's at a 209 currently. The setup by Shields. Aiko Jones puts it down with emphasis right in front of Logan Mosley. Just couldn't get there in time. Serving it will be the Cardinal libero and Alexis Hamilton. Hamilton sends it over. Set by Jackson. Swing by Powell. Blocked away by number 22 and Kai Young. Off the dig, the ball flew towards the net, and Young put it back as she was able to get to the ball without reaching over. Serving it will be Sierra Powell. Powell, the setup from Shields, and Aiko Jones that will hit off of Sierra Powell. Louisville has tied the set at 3 apiece. Aiko Jones will serve it for the Cardinals. Jones usually subbed out when it's her turn to serve, not this time. Jackson will set it up. Katie Smith going to send it up. Smith with the Jones with the dig. Swing by number 9, Claire Chaussee, and blocked away by number 2, Annabelle Zier. Abby McKenzie checking back in now for Kai Young. McKenzie will head to the back line to serve it for the Hokies as they lead 4-3 here in set number 4. McKenzie high over the net. Dugout Shields with the set. Chaussee a swing. Now Jackson with a set. Smith with the swing. Set up by Shields, and Shields will send it over directly. Smith with the set. Jackson will send it over. Dugout by Hamilton. Shields sets it up for Chaussee. Chaussee, and out of play as it hit off of Kylie Thomas. Point for the Cardinals. Checking in for Louisville is Amber Stivrins, a freshman out of Scottsdale, Arizona. She had a big third set, and she'll be trying to improve on that here in set number 4. Serving it will be Akayla Ewell. Ewell sends it over, dug out by Mosley, set by Jackson, swing by Smith, dug out by Hamilton. Sent over and out of play by Shannon Shields. Shields, instead of setting it, tried to do it directly with a hooking swing, and it just hit off the bottom half of the ACC, right in front of where the free throw line would be on the basketball setup here at Castle Coliseum. Serving it for the Hokies is going to be Katie Smith. Smith sends it over, the dig by Hamilton. Shields sets it up, a swing by Stivrins. Sent back over. Shields sets it up again, this time for Tillman. Now Smith sets it up for Marissa Serko. Serko sends it, it hits off of Claire Chaussee and into the crowd on the far side, or the west side of Castle Coliseum. Katie Smith, the server for the Virginia Tech Hokies. They lead 6-4, set 4. And an attacking error by Katie Smith that makes it 6-5. Louisville now in a 1-point set. Serving it for the Cardinals will be number 25 in Amaya Tillman. Tillman, the set by Jackson. Swing and a kill by Marissa Serko. 7-5, Hokies lead set 4. Hokies trying to snap a 9-game losing streak against the number 23 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, who are on an 8-game winning streak. And a service ace by Logan Mosley. It was hit by Alexis Hamilton and sent back into the far side of the stands on the south side of Castle Coliseum. Point Hokies. Mosley will get another service. Mosley sends it over the net. The setup. Swing by Anna Stevenson. It hits off the antenna right in front of first referee Suzanne Lowry. Point Hokies, and it's a 4-point Hokie advantage in set number 4, 9-5. Virginia Tech has the advantage. Mosley, another service. This one's going to be dug out by Stivrins. A swing off the top of the net by Stevenson. Dug out. Jackson sets it up for Sierra Powell, and it will be a point for the Cardinals as it was called 2 touches on the Hokies. 9-6. The score in favor of the Hokies of Blacksburg, Virginia. Serving it will be Tori Dilfer. Back in the game, she hasn't seen action since set number 2. Jackson sets it up. Marissa Serko. It hits off a couple of Cardinals. A nice save as Hamilton sends it back over the net. Jackson sets it up now for Powell. Powell a swing. Dig by Hamilton. A setup by Dilfer. Dilfer a swing by Stivrins. Back on the side of Louisville. A swing by Stivrins. Hit off the arm of Katie Smith and flies into the east side of Castle Coliseum right behind me. Serving it for the Cardinals, Tori Dilfer, 14 aces, 16 service errors on the year. 7-9, Hokie advantage, set 4. Smith. Jackson, swing by Powell, a soft one. This one's now going to be set up by Dilfer. A swing by Iko Jones. Hits off a few Hokies. A great save by Logan Mosley, but it goes out of bounds on the Louisville side. Point, Cardinals. 9-8, the Cardinals are back in it in set 4. Continuing her service will be Dilfer. The setter who shares her duties with Shannon Shields. It's now Dilfer on the court instead of Shields, however. Jackson the set. Serco the swing. Louisville can't recover. Marissa Serco gets the kill. Went off a few Cardinals as they were trying to send it back over the net, but just couldn't get it done as it finds the floor right on the top left corner of the V and the VT. McKenzie sends it over the net. Excuse me, that was Jackson the server. A swing and a block. Number 13 and Amber Stivrins tried to put it away, but it was Marissa Serco who put her arms up and got the big block for the Hokies. Here comes Jackson with the service. Dug out by Hamilton. The set now by Dilfer. A swing by Stevenson was blocked. Dilfer again, now going to Jones. It hits off the top of the net. Powell gets the dig. Jackson sets it up. Kill for the Hokies. Marissa Serco a kill. Timeout called by the Louisville Cardinals. 12-8 the set score in set number 4. And that means the Virginia Tech Hokies are 13 points away from upsetting the number 23 team in the country in the Louisville Cardinals. Playing big roles for the Hokies have been Katie Smith and Marissa Serco. Smith 12 kills, Serco 9. And of course, Talon Jackson, the big setter for Virginia Tech, 31 assists on the day. Meanwhile, on Louisville's side, they've had a couple of big players, namely Iko Jones and Claire Chaussee. 17 kills for Jones, 10 for Chaussee. And of course, the 29 assists from Tori Dilfer, the 15 from Shannon Shields. It has really been a 4-player effort for Louisville, other than the 24 digs given by Alexis Hamilton. So it's really been a team effort by Louisville, but just not able to make the big plays when it matters, as their hitting percentage is now down to a 189 compared to the Hokies' 243. We'll run you down the ACC scoreboard as Pittsburgh swept NC State, so 3 sweeps in the ACC today. North Carolina sweeping Virginia 3-0. Florida State sweeping Syracuse, and Pitt sweeping NC State. Georgia Tech and Duke are underway from O'Keefe Gymnasium in Atlanta, Georgia, with Georgia Tech holding a 7-5 lead early over the Blue Devils. We're back from the Louisville timeout as Danny Busboom Kelly was able to talk to her team and try to reorganize. Jackson will send it over the net. Dilfer sets it up, and a kill shot by number 13 in Amber Stivrins. First time today we've seen the Dilfer-Stivrins combo, and it's been working for the Cardinals in set number 4. Serving it will be Alexa Hendricks for the Louisville Cardinals. Hendricks, the only player on the Cardinals lineup that's a native to Louisville. Jackson sets it up. Marissa Serco blocked away. Saved by the Hokies. Sierra Powell puts it over the net. Jones tries to put it away with emphasis. A dig by Jackson. Mosley over to Sierra Powell. Mosley again. Powell going to try it again. Save and put over. Set by Dilfer. A swing now by Chaussee. Jackson sets it up now for Sierra Powell. Dig by Hamilton. The set by Dilfer. The swing by Iko Jones. And it's going to hit off Katie Smith. A point for the Cardinals. 12-10. Virginia Tech leads in set number 4. Alexa Hendricks remains the server for the Cardinals. Jackson sets it up. Kai Young tried to get it. It was off the block. Virginia Tech recovered, and a kill shot by Sierra Powell, and that's how you recover from a block by Louisville. A block by Louisville. Virginia Tech was able to keep it in the air. Jackson set it up perfectly for Sierra Powell to get the kill. 13-10. Hokies have the advantage. Serving it will be Kylie Thomas. Dug out by Hamilton. The set by Dilfer. Stevenson, a kill shot. Point Hokies. As that was an attacking error as it just went out of bounds. 14-10 Virginia Tech, the advantage in set number 4. Kylie Thomas the service. Hits off the top of the net. Dilfer the set. Stevenson with the kill shot. 14-11. Hokies lead set 4. 2-1 Hokies lead in the set advantage. Need 3 sets to win. Virginia Tech has 14 of the necessary 25 points to win set 4. Logan Mosley sets it up. Smith trying to kill it. Hendricks. It's going to go now to Dilfer. Dilfer to Chaussee. Jackson sets it up. Sierra Powell hits off of Dilfer. Point Hokies. 15-11. Louisville's head coach and Danny Busboom Kelly has 1 timeout to work with. Head coach Jill Wilson for the Virginia Tech Hokies has both. 15-11, Powell puts it over the net. The setup by Dilfer. Jones, a kill shot for the Cardinals. So a side out, and serving it will be Aiko Jones. Jones tosses it up, sends it over the net, hits off the top of the net. Service error by Aiko Jones. And unfortunately for Jones, that seems to be a theme with her, as that is her 20th service error of the year for the redshirt freshman from Kingston, Jamaica. Getting the service for the Hokies will be Abby McKenzie. McKenzie, the senior from East Leroy, Michigan, serving it up. High over the net. The set by Dilfer. Dilfer tries to put it right over. A block away by Annabelle Zier. 17-12. Timeout called by Louisville as the Hokies are 8 points away from upsetting the Louisville Cardinals. The attacking percentage improving for Virginia Tech has been the key to the Hokies' success so far today. Big for Louisville has been their killer in Aiko Jones. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast that they are having their first game without Melanie McHenry, who tore her ACL in their last game in South Bend, Indiana against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. As a senior, Melanie McHenry's collegiate career is likely over, but stepping up big into that role, Aiko Jones stepping up, getting a lot of kills tonight. She has 19 on the night. And then Claire Chaussee, who is usually the tertiary killer for the Cardinals, stepping up big, getting double-digit kills herself with 9. For Virginia Tech, 3 players have double-digit kills, those being Katie Smith, Sierra Powell, and Marissa Serco. Danny Busboom Kelly has to talk to her team and calm them down. They might have come into Castle Coliseum expecting this to be an easy victory against a team who has lost 9 straight, but Virginia Tech has given them all that they can handle, and now Louisville is going to have to really fight to get back in this one. Both teams coming out from the timeout. Louisville is not able to call timeout anymore, as Busboom Kelly has called both of hers in the 3rd set. Wilson, if she wants to, can call timeout twice in the remaining time of the 3rd set. Continuing her service will be Abby McKenzie. McKenzie off the top of the net. This one's going to be dug out by Chaussee. Stivrins back to Chaussee. Jackson puts it right over the net. Setting it up will be Dilfer. Thomas sets it up. Back on the Louisville side. Dilfer sets it up. A swing by Amaya Tillman, and it's attacking air. 18-12, Virginia Tech leads. Substitution now for the Cardinals. Number 7, Emily Scott, who has not had any time on the court today, will get some time. Scott, 64 kills on the year. She's a sophomore from Appleton, Wisconsin. Swing now by Chaussee. Dug out and out of play as it went over the net. Point for the Cardinals. Substitution for the Cardinals will be now number 13, Amber Stivrins. Stivrins, 8 kills so far in very little playing time as she's primarily played in the third and fourth set. Claire Chaussee with the service. Jackson, kill shot by Anna Belzier. The native of Blacksburg, Virginia, puts it away for the Hokies. And we're going to get a substitution. Marissa Serko, the junior out of Cincinnati, checking back in for the Hokies. Serving it will be Katie Smith. Smith low over the net. This one's dug out by Stivrins. The setup by Jackson. The setup by Dilfer. And the swing by Amber Stivrins goes out of bounds. Point Hokies. They are now at the 20-point plateau. Here comes the service from Smith. Digging it out is Alexis Hamilton. Iko Jones with the swing. Dug out by Mosley. Jackson sets it up now for Serko. Serko, a kill shot. No, excuse me, that went out. Marissa Serko, an attacking air. Point for the Cardinals. Emily Scott, who's just coming in for the first time in set 4, will get the service for the Cardinals. Scott high over the net. Dug out. Jackson setting it up for Serko. Serko low over the net, blocked away by Tori Dilfer. Point for the Cardinals as they're fighting back in this one. Substitution for the Hokies. Checking back in is Jennifer Williams, who's had to step up for Tessa Weiner. She has not played all season. Jumped in against Notre Dame 2 days ago and has stepped up big in a fill-in role for the Hokies. Annabelle Zier. Dilfer, the setup. Iko Jones. An attacking air as it goes out the far back line. 21-15. Substitution. Marissa Serko checks back in exchange for Jennifer Williams. 21-15, the Virginia Tech lead here in set number 4. Logan Mosley will serve it. And a service ace for Logan Mosley. And the Virginia Tech team is starting to get excited as they can sense what might be happening in the next 3 points. Checking back in for the Cardinals is number 17 and Mia Stander. Logan Mosley. Over the net. A great dig by Louisville. And a swing by Amber Stivrins goes off of Logan Mosley and out. So a kill by Stivrins makes it 22-16 here in set number 4. Virginia Tech leads 2-1. Serving it will be Tori Dilfer for the Louisville Cardinals. Dilfer sends it high over the net. Dug out by Smith. Jackson setting it up for Serko. Serko off the block. Kill by Serko and Virginia Tech. 23-16. Louisville cannot call timeout anymore as Buzz Boom Kelly has expelled their timeouts. Talon Jackson over the net. Now Dilfer setting it up. Kill shot by Amber Stivrins as side out. 23-17. Hokies have the advantage. Serving it will be Alexa Hendricks, wearing number 4 of black for the Louisville Cardinals. Here comes the serve from Hendricks, dug out by Smith. The set by Jackson. Powell coming up with the swing. Kill by Jackson. Kill by Sierra Powell. It's match point Hokies. They are a point away from upsetting the number 23 ranked Louisville Cardinals. And serving it to try to get the upset will be number 10 in Kylie Thomas. Hokies trying to break their 9-game losing streak. Here comes the serve from Thomas. A service ace! The Hokies have upset the Cardinals here at Castle Coliseum. Their first win against the Cardinals since 1992. hold up a second. Our first referee in Suzanne Lowry. Are we going to get a challenge? No. Buzzboom Kelly does not want to challenge the call. The upset is complete. 25-17 in set number 4. The Virginia Tech Hokies knock off number 23 in the Louisville Cardinals. They celebrate their first ACC victory. The Louisville Cardinals lose their first ACC match. And for the first time since 1992, the Virginia Tech Hokies have defeated the Louisville Cardinals. The sets ran in set 1, 25-19 Louisville, 25-22 Virginia Tech, 25-21 Virginia Tech, and 25-17 Virginia Tech. The Louisville Cardinals now have to travel back to Kentucky. They'll look to take on the Virginia Cavaliers 5 days from now at 7 o'clock in Kentucky. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech looks to take this momentum to Durham, North Carolina to take on the Duke Blue Devils on October 25th. That game will be at 6:30, broadcast on the ACC Network Extra. They return home November 1st against Florida State. That game is at 6 o'clock on the ACC Network Extra as well. That will do it here from Castle Coliseum. The Virginia Tech Hokies knock off the number 23 Louisville Cardinals. 3-1 here from Castle Coliseum. That's all today. From Blacksburg, Virginia, I'm Tyler Katz. You've been listening to a production of 3304 Sports. Have a great rest of your day.